Let's talk to one of our producers, Bob Mills, who's in Russell Square this morning. Bob, talk us through what you've seen.
Well, what I'm seeing is a lot of very, very frightened people. As you know, tube stations throughout London were being evacuated. Thousands of people pouring out of King Cross Station and Euston Station. And I was one of those that had to be evacuated, walking towards Russell Square, and suddenly a huge explosion on the street up in front of me, and all I could see was the top of a bus completely destroyed.
Bob, because we've been told by London Transport that there have just been power outages, we need to be absolutely clear about what you're saying.
But as far as I'm concerned, a bomb has gone off or something has exploded on a bus in Russell Square, and there must be some considerable injuries. And the whole place, people are streaming away from it. But as everybody is saying to me, we can't go down to the tubes, we can't walk up the street. Where on earth do we go?
You're watching Sky News Live at 5, and the breaking news this evening: a blazing car has been driven into Glasgow Airport this afternoon. So far, we have no details of any injuries, but Strathclyde police say 3 people have been arrested. Tonight, live at 5, the killer wave. One of the biggest earthquakes ever recorded sends a torrent across northeastern Japan, sweeping away everything in its path.
Live from the Sky News Centre, this is Live at 5 with Stephen Dixon.
A very good evening. This is Live at 5. There are fears that hundreds of people have been killed by a vast torrent of water that swept through part of Japan after one of the biggest earthquakes in recorded history. It's interesting. It also, they were denied in public, of course, but it also claims that David Miliband claimed that Ed will crash and burn. That's never going to go away, is it, whilst he's in power?
No, it's really not. And, I wouldn't want to be in their house at Christmas.
No. It is a difficult line to draw, though, isn't it? As you say, that there might be a valid issue to say there are community problems here. You know, there is perhaps a level of poverty, particularly in Tottenham, that needs to be addressed. There's issues about funding, community support officers, all those sort of areas. And yet, where do you draw the line between a valid protest and anger about those sort of things compared to a load of youths who just want to turn up because they've seen it on Twitter and they want to just go in for the fight? At the moment, Adam Lambert is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
As he prepares to take to the stage with Queen. If you're going to pick a hard job in showbiz, then following in the footsteps of Freddie Mercury has got to be the hardest one there is. But former American Idol runner-up Adam Lambert has taken on that challenge. He's joining Queen for their concerts this month, and on top of all that, Adam, you've got a new album out.
Music to life. It's great.
What about pressure on you in all of this? You've gone to extreme fame really quite quickly, and on top of all of that, on your personal life, you've got obviously now very important amongst the gay community for being a recognisable, popular gay figure out there. Does that add a lot of pressure on you? How do you deal with that?
You know, when everything first started, right after American Idol, and everything was coming at me so fast, it was very... It was a little intimidating. It was a bit of a shock.
Well, it's all well and good to talk about getting addicted to these sort of things. I have to confess, I don't know anything about them. My brother plays, my nephew plays, but I've never really got into the whole gaming thing. So I thought we'd do 2 things this morning. Talk to gaming expert Julia Hardy and see how you do it on a big screen. So, Julie, this is Xbox One for a kick-off, isn't it?
Yes, so first of all, this is Xbox One. I have to say, this is possibly a career highlight, playing on a game screen this big.
This big, yeah.
I have to say, it is pretty spectacular. So, Motorsport 5, you can drive a car, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty straightforward. It's just, right trigger to go forward, left trigger to brake, and then just steer. Do you think,
I'll give that a whirl.
Give it a go. Should we just hop in then? So you just got to walk yourself forward and get in the car. So here you go, I'll hand it over to you.
How do you walk yourself?
Yeah, that's it.
That one?
That's it.
How do you get in? Use the left thumbstick to get into the car.
So just move around to the side, there you go, and then that's it, get into the car. Just push into the car, there you go, just push it forward.
You see, this is... Oh, here we go, right, so we're off. Because
go,
it's...
Go.
I'm going. But, oh, I'm not going very well.
OK, that's fine. You can see racing. It's quite interesting, really, in this... You're doing much better now. Very well done.
Yeah, thank you.
It is that thing... Oh, my God, I can't believe you crashed the car.